Another thing to take into consideration. Look at this. He's shooting for the takedown.
Is he going to a single leg?
Another thing to take into consideration is the 5-round fight.
Yep.
5 rounds. We've never seen Pereira do 5 rounds, and he's never had to fight a guy as talented as Izzy. Oh, right hand.
Big right hand for Adesanya, close to the 2-minute mark of round 2.
In MMA, with the grappling.
That's the big difference.
How does that factor in the 4th and the 5th round, especially with all that weight cutting?
That's the difference. If you tell Alex that he has to spar, oh my goodness.
Couple nice left hands from the challenger.
If you tell him he's got to kickbox for 25 minutes, he can do it all day.
Yes.
But you're mixing all the grappling and everything else that entails the mixed martial arts fight, you wonder if he'll hold up.
They both landed jabs at the same time there. Oh, beautiful knee. But again, look, Izzy's clinching. Nicely done.
Pereira's landed some really good shots this round, man. Couple big jabs, couple right hands, nice big left hook. And knees in tight here. These are big shots. These body shots enclose the knees. They're very telling. And they're the ones that make you tired as the fight goes longer.
Adesanya proven strong in these clinch situations, despite being the smaller man. Pereira defending in front of his corner.
And Izzy's using a lot of energy trying to take this guy down. We've never seen Adesanya try to wrestle this much.
Oh! Head kick. Adesanya connects to the body.
Oh. In these wild exchanges is where Pereira's most dangerous.
He's making Izzy uncomfortable.
And now Pereira shoots.
Oh, my goodness.
And Pereira gets the takedown.
Look at this.
10 minutes in the can.
We might be 1-1, boys.
Now, here we go. Here's Izzy with the jab. And Alex lands his jab, and a thudding jab it was. And here's more Izzy. Beautiful right hand. And there's a nice jab by Alex. Now, here's the head kick. And he basically just kind of bounced off the shoulder and touched the face. But here's the takedown.
That was a weird takedown. See, look at that. I mean, he's just hanging on him so much, he's trying to take him down.
Round 3 of a possible 5 for the undisputed UFC middleweight championship.
And it's heating up.
It is.
Yeah, it is. When Izzy was struggling with Alex is when he had him back against the octagon. He's got to be the one pressing in advance. The problem is Pereira just gets big on him, right? He starts to stalk him and walk into him. And almost the posture of Pereira is very scary because he's such a big guy in there.
And the consequences of him connecting on you are so dangerous.
Good vision by Adesanya defensively there, as we have come to expect from the champ. They have both thrown 93 strikes. Pereira has landed 50, Adesanya 45.
And this is when, see how Izzy landed the right hand? Alex, then he wants to rush. That's when he starts to get a bit aggressive, right, and go after Izzy. Right. This is where Izzy's got to stand his ground.
That was a nice knee to the body there. Look at this.
So it is Adesanya who ends up on top now, maybe trying to get to the back of Pereira.
Look at this.
Adesanya with a beautiful takedown. Oh, Izzy puts his hook in.
Pereira staying composed, but gets dragged back
him
down.
Right back down to the ground. Ground and pound by the champion. Big left hands.
Izzy's controlling that bottom wrist.
First career UFC takedown for the champ.
And look at Pereira's lack of knowledge to go and attack that wrist. He's got to attack that hand to clear it if he wants to get up.
He just wants to get up to his feet.
Yes.
He just wants to kind of power himself up to the feet.
But it's hard. You got to clear your wrist. Otherwise, Izzy just pulls you back to the side that he's got trapped.
Not a lot of this going on in the kickboxing realm. Under 3 minutes, round 3.
Solid left hands there landed by the champion. And Pereira's just trying to stand up.
Izzy's doing a great job of keeping his right wrist, man. And then he digs the hook in, and Pereira's trying to elbow him.
To the thigh.
That does nothing. You got to be trying to get back to your feet. But it's all in the wrist control. That wrist control's caused him real issues. Great 2-on-1 there by Adesanya.
Who would have thought?
And this will exhaust you. This will exhaust Pereira.
Yes.
That wrist control is so important because now Alex has to address that before he can get to his feet. He can't post with his hands. That's why he's leaned over forward.
Adesanya making some of these left hands count. Gets one hook in. It's going to be a long 2 minutes for the challenger.
He's almost up.
But he's got to be attacking hands right now. Izzy did a great
Izzy
job
broke him
there.
back down again. Look at this.
Look at Izzy's forward pressure. Keeping his hands locked and driving the pressure forward towards the mat. Pereira needs to... Oh, no. Mistake there by Adesanya.
Yeah, but a mistake by Pereira, too, as he went for the leg lock. And then he abandoned it. Instead of just trying to get back up to his feet, he's exhausted.
Pereira looks tired now. It's all the grappling. And this is where you would expect the championship experience of Adesanya to start to take form and show itself.
Yeah, look at the big, deep breaths from the challenger. Oh, that was a good elbow from the bottom.
Almost 3 minutes of ground control time for Adesanya here in this third round. Under a minute to go now.
It's crazy, too, because Pereira was the reason the takedown happened. He tried to step across in a position where he had no chance to score a takedown. Izzy's going to throw elbow here. He can take it over the top while Pereira's grabbing the wrist.
Oh, nice left hand.
Good left hand.
Glover's telling Pereira to hold on. Izzy needs to try to pass the feet if he wants to land something big. He's got to catch both feet, pass, and throw.
Little axe kick to the body.
Big round for the champion. The championship rounds.
And there's no denying the hard worker within Alex Pereira. We'll see how the cardiovascular base holds up, but it's not as though he's breathing super heavy. He's lip smacking here to Adesanya. Yeah. Round 4 of a possible fight.
And again, all the grappling is not familiar to Izzy, right? This is something different for him too, so.
But Izzy's not cutting that kind of weight either.
No. That's when that starts to show itself.
Yes.
Every MMA round begins on the feet.
Yeah, but that's no picnic either.
No, I mean,
Israel Adesanya is a bad man on the feet.
I wish we got to see that takedown in the middle of the rounds.
Adesanya able to roll with that left hand, but a connection by Pereira nonetheless. Nice leg kick by Adesanya.
Pereira's trying to get a break, trying to kind of recover a little bit. You can tell his activity's slowed. It's slowed down.
Oh, a jab earlier and then that right hand, very clean.
That's Izzy picking up reads. And this is where Alec is dangerous. In this position.
Beautiful sequence by Adesanya.
The champ's starting to open up now.
Attacking all areas to great effect.
As Pereira gets tired and he starts to slow, the champion has all this championship round experience that he's relying on.
Yes. And just MMA experience.
Yes.
We're talking about a guy who's really only 4 fights into his MMA career. Right. And in his 5th fight, he's fighting one of the greatest middleweights of all time.
It's wild. Pineda's pace and activity has really waned here.
Johnny's exhausted. Mouth's open and he's barely throwing now. He's tired. It was all the grappling in round 3. Paid dividends for the champion.
Pineda also having a hard time planting on that lead leg, courtesy of all those Adesanya leg kicks. He's landed 27 of 30, has Izzy, unofficially. Pretty futile offensively for Pineda here early round 4.
He faked a level change. Oh, look at that. He did it again.
If Izzy can take him down again,
tired. He's very tired.
Yeah, he's tired.
And this also speaks to the lack of experience. He didn't fight a Robert Whittaker. He didn't fight a Marvin Vettori. He didn't fight a guy. Yes, Jared Cannonier. Yeah. Big guys who could take him down. He got fast-tracked.
And, I mean, he fought well. You know what I mean? Fought well in round 1, fought well in round 2. But as you would expect, you know, he's starting to fatigue down the stretch. And this is where the champion seems to be starting to pull away from him.
And this was the concern about the weight cutting.
Yeah.
Like, the extreme weight cutting, how is that going to affect grappling? And now we're finding out.
Well, he was the last guy on the scale also.
Yes. Yeah, 5 minutes left, and he made it.
What championship medal, though, from Adesanya after a tough round 2 to take control of this fight in rounds 3 and 4.
But we got a minute left. If Pereira can make something big happen here. And now he seems to have, look, he's pressing on the gas a little bit. Big jab. Oh!
Woo!
And Izzy's trying to clinch now because he felt the danger. He was going forward.
Nice knee to the body.
Good triplet.
But these are the ones, this is what he was doing early in the fight when they got to the clinch. Digging knees, punching to the body, trying to make the champion pay for getting close. Pereira actually moved him into a single.
He just took a big, deep breath.
He's tired. And he was starting to recover, so Adesanya put him right back in that grappling position.
Izzy loads up on the elbow.
Diversión de Pascua, facilísima. Eso es muy Target.
Estoy bien bonito, ¿no? Seguro piensas que soy muy chistoso. Espero que no estés manejando y texteando. ¿Sabías que cada año hay miles de choques provocados por conductores distraídos en el celular?
Piensa en todas las mamás, papás y niños que sufren porque alguien maneja distraído.
Un momento en la pantalla mientras manejas podría tener consecuencias por el resto de tu vida.
Ya no soy tan chistoso, ¿verdad?
¿En serio? ¿En serio? ¿En serio? Prueba y carga gratis.
Sí, y si necesita una nueva, aquí la tenemos.
Bienvenidos al destino número 1 para baterías. En AutoZone tenemos la solución.
Popeye's Bone-In Chicken está en su punto y los biscuits también.
The get-go from the first pitch on.
There goes Cobb sticking it to his body. Jalen coming back. You know, Phillips has the advantage. He's a longer fighter. You think he's going to dominate just with the jab, and he showed a little bit more than just long punches, straight punches tonight. He was the more aggressive fighter, busier fighter, and the fighter that pushed the action forward. Despite the cut, he's got a nice left hand, slipping the return shot. You know, Phillips has the advantage. He's a longer fighter. You think he's going to dominate just with the jab, and he showed a little bit more than just long punches, straight punches tonight. He was the more aggressive fighter, busier fighter, and the fighter that pushed the action forward. Despite the cut, he's got a nice left hand, slipping the return shot.
So this is our opening bout of the night right here at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey.
Feels like a main event to be here with you.
Nothing but the best, Mark. We've got a trilogy fight in Newark, New Jersey, just for
Won't matter.
And it was a cut. Nice feint.
Yeah, it mattered, but Stitch made it not matter. And again, I think the finest thing a fighter can do is after he gets cut is to remain undiscouraged. And Jalen Phillips did a phenomenal job of that throughout this whole series of fights. He never got the script that he's supposed to be the.
And it was a cut. Nice feint.
Yeah, it mattered, but Stitch made it not matter. And again, I think the finest thing a fighter can do is after he gets cut is to remain undiscouraged. And Jalen Phillips did a phenomenal job of that throughout this whole series of fights. He never got the script that he's supposed to be the B side. He's supposed to lose.
Yeah, he kept his poise, and he came into this building for the second time. Wasn't intimidated at all by Anton Cobb, and he was the one who made adjustments early on in this fight. And the question is, was it enough for the judges to give him credit?
He's definitely a better fighter than when we saw him at the beginning of this trilogy.
Absolutely. All right. Mark Chinook is in the center of the ring with the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds here inside the Prudential Center, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision. John McKay scores the bout 40-36 in favor of Cobb. Mark Constantino and Paul Wallace both score the bout 38-38, declaring this bout a majority draw.
I agree with Jalen Phillips' reaction to this. Tetralogy. Hey, what's 5 in a row? Because I don't think these guys are ever going to be separated.
Yeah, but I mean, look, they're getting a lot of exposure just for this. I don't know how John McKay gets 40-36 for Cobb. I don't know what fight this guy's watching.
Well, he's watching a hometown fight. That's what he's watching.
Oh, well.
I mean, yeah. I don't know.
I don't see that one at all.
We might be.
I'll run it back, and I think that, you know, this thing should get run back until we have a winner.
Yeah, but how about not doing it here? All right, the oldest of the Fighting Davis brothers will be on this.
Yeah. For Cobb, I don't know what fight this guy's watching.
Well, he's watching a hometown fight. That's what he's watching.
Oh, well.
I mean, yeah. I don't know.
I don't see that one at all.
We might be.
I'll run it back, and I think that, you know, this thing should get run back until we have a winner.
Yeah, but how about not doing it here? All right, the oldest of the Fighting Davis brothers will be on display, putting his talent and unbeaten record on the line as Kelvin Davis looks to keep things under 3 rounds when he faces Nelson Morales, the Fighting Davis.
The future is threatened by enemies often unpredictable. When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant: Marines.
Behold, the McCrispy, formerly known as the Crispy Chicken Sandwich. Congratulations on the promotion. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Ever since we started looking for a better cashback credit card.
Options have been coming out of the woodwork.
Exactly.
At NerdWallet, we can help you make the smartest decision by comparing top cards. That way you get cash back on the things you care about most.
Oh, that one has cashback on dining out.
Oh, that's great because our table is...
Oh.
We don't have a table.
Where's our daughter?
Hi, Mom. NerdWallet, the smartest decision for all your financial decisions.
Senor Mayor, with this tower, I will make Pisa world famous. And you?
You can see towers like this in Rome, in Venice, in Florence.
But this one's round.
No, I don't know. Maybe a Red Bull will help you see it from a different slant.
Yes, I got it. We'll build it like this.
Perfetto!
Red Bull gives you wings.
Yeah, sure.
No.
Interesting piece. Let me bring in my expert.
So many scratches.
Those are from my car keys.
Such a rich history. This won't do well at auction, but at AT&T, it's worth a brand new Samsung Galaxy S23.
Card, Shuichiro, Troy Isley, Damian Kaneba will be the headliners. And up next, it will be a man they call DB3, Kelvin Davis. He's the oldest of the DB3 brothers. Keyshawn is the Olympic silver medalist. Keon is following in their footsteps. Inside the ring, Kelvin is intent on proving that Big Brother is the top dog.
Me and my brothers, we train all year round, like consistently, non-stop, just to get each other better and elevate our games together. We push each other every day, outside the camp and inside the camp, so we can all be great at the end of the day. We push each other, don't nothing come between us, and we trying to take it to as far as we can. There's no ceiling on where we can take it. We're gonna take it as far as we can. Me and Keyshawn are hoping to show that we belong in this sport and that DB3 is here to stay. So tune in, I'm bringing that excitement, I'm bringing that power, you know what I'm saying? And I'm knocking these guys out, and I don't plan on stopping.
Kelvin did stop for 3 years between ages of 18 and 21. Now he's making up for lost time.
We're gonna take it as far as we can. Me and Keyshawn are hoping to show that we belong in this sport and that DB3 is here to stay. So tune in, I'm bringing that excitement, I'm bringing that power, you know what I'm saying? And I'm knocking these guys out, and I don't plan on stopping.
Kelvin did stop for 3 years between ages of 18 and 21. Now he's making up for lost time. But there's nothing better than to fight on a Shakur Stevenson undercard, to be trained by the man who's given us his back. He is Bomac, Brian McIntyre, out in Omaha, Nebraska. Although Davis did tell us that he did a lot of this training camp out in Las Vegas at the UFC Performance Institute. Said, I got a lot of scientific advice, got a lot of help with my nutrition. And Tim, that's when you get to the camp out in Las Vegas at the UFC Performance Institute. Said, I got a lot of scientific advice, got a lot of help with my nutrition. And Tim, that's when you get to the next level.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. You know, they don't call it sweet science for no reason. You know, I understand what goes on in the ring, but you got to understand what goes on outside the ring. You got to your body, baby.
Absolutely, especially when you are a 6'1", 140-pounder. You definitely got to take care of that body. All right, there is Mark Chinook, ready for introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome inside the Prudential Center here in Newark, New Jersey. This is boxing. This is Top Rank, presented by Hall of Fame boxing promoter Mr. Bob Arum. Brought to you this evening by Boost Mobile. Money is power. By Bud Light, the official beer of celebrations. By AutoZone, get in the zone. And by Big George Foreman, exclusively in theaters April 28th. Tickets on sale now. This bout is scheduled for 6 rounds in the... Introducing out of the red corner. He weighed in at 142.2 pounds, wearing green trunks with gold trim. His record is perfect. 7 fights, 7 victories. 5 of those victories coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of the B&B Boxing Academy from North. Wearing green trunks with gold trim. His record is perfect. 7 fights, 7 victories. 5 of those victories coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of the B&B Boxing Academy from Norfolk, Virginia, Kelvin Night Night Davis!
Nelson. Kelvin. Ring center, please. Okay. Good evening, gentlemen. You both know the rules. Obey my commands and protect yourself at all times.
Davis!
Nelson. Kelvin. Ring center, please. Okay. Good evening, gentlemen. You both know the rules. Obey my commands and protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves now. Come on, fighting at the bell.
The first of 2 consecutive police officers that we will see in the ring tonight. Nelson Babyface Morales, the opponent of Kelvin Davis, who is fighting for the 4th time this year, Tim. That's the good news. He's active. The bad news is he's yet to win this year.
Maybe he can change that around, but I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Davis is a talented young man.
He was telling us.
Tall,
yes.
long, rangy. Good snap on his shots.
And he told us in the fighter meetings that he's not trying to let guys get inside by punishing them with the jab when they try to break that.
To the ropes, or just to occupy you just momentarily so they can get out in the center of the ring and work their offense.
Break. Clean break.
Davis threw a 5-piece.
See, that's something that a lot of fighters that are not real comfortable on the inside, they do. They tie you up, tie your hands up, walk you back to the ropes, or just to occupy you just momentarily so they can get out in the center of the ring and work their offense.
Break. Clean break.
Davis threw a 5-piece combination, didn't land on any of them. I mean, if that doesn't get you hyped, nothing will. So then he decided to get into the game, and here he is in his 8th fight as a pro, working to the body of Kelvin Davis.
Yeah, Kelvin Davis is not using his jab like he said he was going to use in the fighter meeting. He's trying to walk down Morales, and Morales is just sneaking in. All he's doing is throwing one punch and bringing his feet, and he's able to get in the inside. Davis has to use the jab. Use that reach. Stick that jab out there. Be more authoritative with the jab. Control the ring.
It's only a 2-inch reach advantage despite a 3-inch height advantage for Kelvin Davis. So Morales is not a small 140-pounder by any stretch of the imagination. And everybody has a story about their first time in the gym. For Morales, he says, I went to the gym, I threw a jab, I connected, and then I didn't know what to do, and I got beat up.
I got beat up by my friend, too.
Yeah?
Yeah, man, he beat me down. I'm not going to lie, man.
Oscar De La Hoya left crying the first time he went to the gym, too.
I left crying, but I was determined.
Yeah.
I was upset. I was determined, man, and I got on my world immediately that next morning at 5 a.m. with my father.
And you haven't stopped since.
Nope.
Well, you did stop a little bit, Tim.
Oh, yeah.
But you're back.
I'm back now, baby. got the weight under control. Looking good.
When you go up on that side, just take the stool with you and have Saul take it. Hey, how you feel? Feel good? All right. Listen, that was a good ass round. You know, you controlled it. You controlled it. He's trying to rough you up a little bit, so you got to keep the jab out in his face and shit to keep that distance. Okay. As soon as he start coming in, drop that motherfucker under.
I tell you guys
Finish
to break.
with a hook.
Stop punching, separate clean.
You get tired, you can tell? All right.
Kelvin Davis is the older brother of silver medalist Keyshawn Davis.
Good ass round, you know, you controlled it. You controlled it. He's trying to rough you up a little bit, so you got to keep the jab out in his face and shit to keep that distance. Okay. As soon as he start coming in, drop that motherfucker under.
I tell you guys
Finish
to break.
with a hook.
Stop punching, separate clean.
You get tired, you can tell? All right.
Kelvin Davis is the older brother of silver medalist Keyshawn Davis. 80% of his career knockouts came before the third round, and that is exactly the average length of his bout. So he's usually a quick starter, Tim.
Yeah, he lures you to sleep. I mean, you know, that first round right there, it was a decent round for him. I think Bomac told him right, you know, get on that stick. He was like, it was a decent round. You was able to control somewhat of the action. But what you're looking for when you're fighting a shorter guy and you're a taller fighter, you look for that punch underneath, the uppercut. Pay attention to the uppercut from Calvin, the backhand.
He's usually a quick starter, Tim.
Yeah, he lures you to sleep. I mean, you know, that first round right there, it was a decent round for him. I think Bomac told him right, you know, get on that stick. He was like, it was a decent round. You was able to control somewhat of the action. But what you're looking for when you're fighting a shorter guy and you're a taller fighter, you look for that punch underneath, the uppercut. Pay attention to the uppercut from Calvin, the backhand. He's going to look to attempt to land that shot in this round. That's if he listened to his trainer.
You and you're getting the work in with Bud Crawford and the quality work that you're going to get in Vegas, then you got to make it worthwhile once you step into the ring.
You see the first step that Morales is taking. He's taking it head first.
There it is.
And the uppercut is there. The uppercut is there.
Kelvin got